Yes, my viewers and subscribers, this one is called Will PNP Expel Dennis Meadows? Guys, I shared a phone recording between Dennis Meadows and Andre Stevens yesterday, where Dennis Meadows was basically saying some frightening things about his leader and the party and the general secretary. And I just wanted to make a comment about these political parties. And I want to echo the quote by Norman Manley, where he spoke publicly that the political parties, the respective political parties in Jamaica, are dependent on the quality of leadership that they provide. And in order to have a stable political movement and be able to focus on quality leadership, you have to have decent people within, honest people for the most part, and people who are committed to the movement and who are sincere. Now, I want to say something here, and I want to put it to the People's National Party. Will they take action against Dennis Meadows like they took action against a Karen Cross? The PNP has been infiltrated. Absolutely no doubt about that. And so it was proven days ago that the PNP was infiltrated. Crossing the floor is okay. However, political parties must be very careful of infiltration by people who crossed for the wrong reasons, like Dennis Meadows. And the same holds true for people within who work in secret to take down and destroy the movement, like Peter Bunting, Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Ian Ailes, and Angela Brown-Burke did. These are dangerous people. They pose a danger not just to the movement, but to the democracy of a country. Because when you do not have a functional opposition or a functional party, it means that there's nobody holding the government of the day accountable. You see the Rise United faction of the PNP. I remember they were all excited about Dennis Meadows crossing the floor. And they celebrated him and then put up them fists with him and everything. But little did they know. Why did Dennis Meadows join the PNP? We now know that he joined the Golden-led PNP because, like he said in that recording, Mark is weak. So he joined because of the weakness, because he saw that opportunity to be placed in a seat immediately. Even before man like Damian Crawford and other PNP, Dennis Meadows was placed in a seat immediately without his sincerity and his commitment tested. He ran out of tries in the JLP as he lost about 3 bids for a seat in the parliament. See, Dennis Meadows didn't cross the floor like a Venetia and the other 3. They crossed as sitting councillors. Dennis Meadows crossed over to PNP as somebody looking for something, which is a seat. If you heard the recording of Dennis Meadows, you will hear an infiltrator who is a threat to the PNP movement. Meadows, in that recording, entertained a discussion that undermined the movement he joined. He was critical of his leader, Mark Golding, calling him weak, as well as his General Secretary, Dayton Campbell, who basically recruited him, who basically gave him the green light to join the PNP movement. He called Dayton destructive, lack of integrity. I'm not saying that those are false. I am saying, why was Dennis Meadows so open? As somebody who come over who, yes, Mark Golding. Why was he so open to a discussion like that? He spoke about things that were happening within the PNP. And he promised the other party to keep him posted an information within the PNP. We call Dennis Meadows a leaker. Yes, he's promising to leak out information because he's not doing it publicly. He's doing it privately. It's not like Venetia, them who come out and say, Mark not fit. Public brawling. Dennis Meadows is working clandestine, secretive. Okay? So, if Meadows truly feels this way about the PNP, why does he stay? He wants a seat, nothing else. He's neither sincere nor committed to the PNP movement. He's only wearing the orange because it's required. So to the PNP people who are called the PNP loyalists or the comrades them, labor rights, when them lick out on Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell for opening up the party and making it so vulnerable to these things and disgracing the party regularly. For the PNP people who are calling the comrades them labor right. What do you call Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, who recruited Dennis Meadows? And will you be asking them if they're going to expel Dennis Meadows? It's interesting, isn't it? Will they expel Dennis Meadows as they expelled Karen Cross, who's a 40-year member of the PNP, an activist, worker? Why did they expel Karen Cross? She did nothing of the sort as Dennis Meadows. Karen Cross had an issue with Dayton Campbell. Legal issue. The party did not need to expel Karen. They should have stayed out of it and let the legal matter play out in court. But they used the party to victimize her, basically. So now, with Dennis Meadows and what he did and said, is basically a direct implication against his leader, and his party. So what will their response be? Keep it locked here, guys, for all your political news and analysis coming out of Jamaica. See you in the next video.